You know you have to play it again.
Hello, everyone.
Hey!
Hello.
Play it again while we can figure this out.
What are we figuring out?
I'm figuring out what I'm doing.
I don't know. What is that show?
What show? It's me.
Boozing with Gays.
My husband just moved the light,
I moved a light.
but he moved it in his favor, not mine. Hey, y'all!
I moved a light.
Hey, Matthew Black, what's up?
I'm peeling an orange. I'm peeling an orange, honey.
I think peeling an orange is delightful.
I wanted fresh orange for our fabulous drink that we're going to talk about.
Here, put a little bit of mine. Oh, nice. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, everyone.
Here you go.
Happy
Hey, baby.
boozing.
Hey. Mwah. Cheers.
You know, I think we need to introduce ourselves. We've not introduced ourselves in a long time.
I'm Michael Shepard.
You're supposed to introduce me.
It's Hutch Foster.
With enthusiasm.
We're boozing with gays.
What was
We're
that?
boozing with
You-
gays.
This is what I just heard. I heard, I'm Michael Shepard. And this is Hutch Foster. The sidekick.
I gotta do this because I can't see out of those glasses because they're tinted just a little bit. Hey!
Hi.
Hey, so
This is Michael Shepard. That's how you do it.
this is Hutch Foster.
Just with that gung-ho, goofy quality.
Is it though? Hey, Robin,
You're
Deborah,
still
Kevin.
online. Look at that. Your computer's still online.
Am I still online?
Yeah.
I am. Oh my
Doesn't
gosh.
matter. It
Doesn't
does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, hello, everyone.
Hey, y'all. So tonight we are drinking the Red Moon over Manhattan. Already. Red Moon over Manhattan.
Already.
Red Moon over Happen, which is
Over
red.
happen. Over happen.
I've had
Red
one
Moon
sip.
And you can't speak.
I know.
you
Red
talking-
Moon over Manhattan.
What is in
Since
the-
we had a eclipse
Oh, yes.
this week, we thought we'd do something with the moon.
We do a moon theme.
Moon theme.
What is in the Red Moon over Manhattan?
It is bourbon,
Mm.
red wine, simple syrup, orange slice, and cherries. And it's delicious, actually.
I have no
really
idea
like
what I think of this. I'm like, I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I'm
I think it's
I'm
really
like,
good.
I'm
Hey,
down the
Barb.
line with this.
I like it.
Mm.
I dig it. I dig it.
Okay.
You know what? While we're talking, what?
I was going to say eclipse.
Oh, since we're talking about the eclipse, did anyone see it? Let us know in the comments if you saw the eclipse.
So
Did you?
I was of the opinion. Want to know what my opinion was? I drove Max to school. I knew it was
Yeah.
coming out at around 10. I said, well, I'll be home by then. I imagine it'll get a bit darker here. Not a lot, because we weren't in the direct line of the eclipse. So I imagine it'll get a bit darker here. I'll go, oh, wow, it's happening. I totally didn't sense it, see it, smell it, nothing. It passed.
If you smelled it,
Yes.
you dealt it.
I dealt the eclipse. So what did you? Did it?
I was waiting for something to happen, and nothing happened, and I wasn't going to look up. So I was just like, well, I guess I'll have to wait another 20 years to see it. But there's like partial eclipse. And the funny thing about this whole thing
Oh yeah.
is how people lost their freaking minds thinking that it was going to be like the end of the world. That it was going to be the rapture.
Like, I was going to do this clip.
What?
Am I doing this clip?
Do a clip.
Like this clip right here.
A Fox News alert, a rare celestial event collides with a policy failure on the ground. The southern border will be directly in the path of totality today when the moon covers the sun.
And that means a real opportunity for smugglers and cartels and migrants to come right in.
Or they could just wait till nighttime. They really...
It is the stupidest thing, y'all, because I'm like, every right-wing radio and everything is like, hey.
Or you could just wait till nighttime. You can try
It's
to
like,
run across
there are
how
all
far
these
the
things.
distance is in 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
During the eclipse, or the logic baffles me. There's no logic.
There's
The lack of
never
logic
been any
baffles
logic.
me.
There's zero logic in any of this. But,
Speaking of zero logic,
oh,
MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, God is sending America. I can't even read it.
God is sending
You do it.
America strong signs to tell us to repent. Earthquakes and eclipses and many more things to come. I pray that our country listens.
What are we repenting? What exactly are we?
Who are we
repenting?
listening
Who
to?
are we listening to? Who is someone like if there's an earthquake. I mean, there's an eclipse. I guess that means I need to change my lifestyle, change my directional
Hey, Gloria,
path.
it's just
I could become straight. It's an eclipse. I'll become
for 4
straight.
minutes he can become straight.
Exactly.
4
And
minutes
then
exactly.
The moon leaves, and okay, sorry.
Super gay. It's like a super gay moon. One of those like big gay moons. Like the man of the moon is a woman. What's that from? Man of the moon is a woman. Anybody?
Mame.
I was asking them.
Am I right?
Yes.
I didn't really know that I was right. I didn't know I was right.
Sometimes this gate is just
It kind of it's
hits you really
it's
hard.
shocking. Like it isn't always there, and then every now and then I know something really well, and I don't know why.
I know. But it was like everyone's going, "Oh my God, the rapture's coming! The rapture's coming!" This has been predicted for almost 100 years.
Okay, are you going to do this image?
Yes, it's like, and I'm like, "Yo, the rapture's not coming," but it would have come for this person from 6 Feet Under. If y'all remember that TV
See if
show,
you remember this episode.
y'all remember this?
Is the rapture.
That is the delicious Beth Grant.
Beth Grant,
who in the episode of 6 Feet Under,
you know, in 6 Feet Under, had the openings where someone dies, which then kind of sets up the stage for the show. And this was that opening moment. So she wasn't throughout the whole episode, but she's in the beginning moment.
yes, and all of a sudden, what happens is that there's a truck filled with helium-filled sex toys
For a party of some
for a
sort.
bachelor party.
Something like
They
that.
get hit. The back opens. All of these amazing sex toys fly up through the air. And Beth Grant, who's super religious, sees these things ascending and realizes it's the rapture and stops her car and runs out of the traffic and then gets killed. So yeah, it was her rapture.
It's her rapture.
But
Okay. But it's such
we adore
but this
Beth
is
Grant.
but do you think this is what some of America thought? Like, you know, the kind of the Marjorie Taylor Greene spectrum of life. They go,
Probably.
oh no, it's I don't know. Do we think that
I guess I have the distinct pleasure of being a friend of Beth Grant's, and I love that.
I've
part.
met her on
I
probably
love
2 or
that.
3 occasions when
She's
I've been with
really,
you.
really
She's
just a
is
lovely,
she on your
lovely
phone?
woman.
Is she on speed dial?
I do have her on my phone.
Let's call her
I
now.
do.
Why don't we have her on our show?
Why don't we ask her?
Let's do it. For those of you that were wondering, what does one wear to an eclipse? We did a little digging and came up with this Fendi wrap.
Fendi. We're just gonna let that sit for a minute.
What am I looking at?
The price of $900. This is on their website.
Fendi for the eclipse.
No one's saying anything.
That was your
Show
business.
it again.
That was your
Jeff
business.
Melnick. Hey, baby.
That was your
Show
business.
that again.
silliness.
Fendi. When you
I'm waiting
need
for
something
the
special to wear.
when you something like that. Okay, we're moving forward.
We have to
Moving
move forward from that.
All right, so we had the show set.
Yeah.
We think we know what we're talking about, and this
Vagine.
is going to sound a little glib. And then O.J. Simpson dies. And we said, do we ignore this? And I was driving Maxwell to school, and I was thinking about O.J. Simpson, and I thought he was such. I mean, I said to Max, I said we talked about the O.J. Simpson in general and the trial and everything, and the Bronco and all of that. We talked about him as often as we talk about Trump today. Like he literally was the news story. Stop, Fendi. He was the news story that we kept talking about. The person, like we tuned into the trial,
Hey,
the
Michael.
whole thing. We learned judges' names and lawyers' names, and it launched the Kardashians, for God's sake. So, and I really think also that OJ getting off was such a cultural moment.
First of all, to
Moment.
Orenthal James Simpson's children, condolences. So we have differing opinions about this whole OJ thing,
I wonder why.
but we have different opinions about this whole OJ thing.
I can't
So-
do that. Why don't?
Because that's all y'all care about. I see. I can do this and see both sides. You cannot. You can only see the one side. That's see. I have solved some shit right there.
I don't know where we're going.
That's some shit I
Let's
just
market
solved.
it. Let's market
Do it
it.
again.
Let's look what I can't do.
And yet I can look at that. I can see all the angles. I done solved some shit right there. Boom. Ain't that right, Rita Lynn? Ain't that right? I done solved some shit. Anyway, James Orenthal,
This is what we needed.
OJ Simpson, Orenthal.
Lesbians deep dive. Yes, indeed.
It truly
It
is.
truly is.
And you still get it reminds you of like the 70s because you still have to go like this. All right,
Spat in my drink.
Orenthal James Jones Jr. Who? O.J. Simpson. Look, it was a cultural zeitgeist. It was a moment that was like incredible. When they said to him, "You are innocent," strong majority of black folks rejoiced. A strong majority of white folks lost their minds. What's up, my niece, Demetrius?
See, without my glasses, I can't read it. You can read with your glasses.
I can read without my glasses. I can't see people's faces, but I can read. And so it was this cultural zeitgeist. It was this thing. And it is one of those things that really divided us again. But I look at the fact that people say, well, he murdered those people. And I go, and he got off. And I go, so did Kyle Rittenhouse.
Fair point.
So we're just going to say, hey, Steve Wishnoff, so glad to have you, baby. Brooke, what's up, baby? So I'm just glad, look, cancer's a horrible way to go. He left us. People are sad.
I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm talking about the cultural. We shifted.
We sat and watched that white Bronco. Everyone in America sat and watched that white Bronco. And of course, I'm going to say this. Why I got to be white?
Well, we didn't choose his car. You can't blame us for that. You can't blame
Nancy.
You can't blame us for the car he chose to drive.
I can blame y'all for everything. Now that I figured this out, now that I figured out this, I blame y'all for everything. Boom. Done and done. Hey, Cindy.
My
honey. Cindy is here.
All right. Well, all right. I didn't know where the OJ Simpson. I didn't know.
We were just going to riff.
Though. I didn't know what that, anyway. We lost another individual. Was it today or yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Yep.
Mr. Christopher Durang, Tony a winner, and major playwright Christopher Durang. That was for his 2013 Tony Award for Best Play for Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike. So I have did you at all, like when you were going in college and studying acting, did you do Christopher Durang scenes at all?
It's funny that you think I actually studied acting.
Well, I've seen you on stage.
I drank and then I tried to learn lines. Did you do
scene work?
We did not do Christopher Durang. No. Because the singers did Christopher Durang.
Because Beyond Therapy was constant. I felt like I saw all of Beyond Therapy in scene work before I ever saw it. I don't think I've ever seen the full length production. I saw the movie.
What movie?
Beyond Therapy.
Beyond Therapy. Who was in that?
Julie Haggerty.
Who was in Airplane with O.J. Simpson. Ha ha!
And you did it. So is it 6 Degrees of O.J. Simpson?
While Kevin Bacon
or is it 6 Degrees of Julie Haggerty? Which game are we playing?
Julie Haggerty has 3 movies. I think we're just going to go.
We're going to have to go with O.J. Simpson. Yes.
O.J. Simpson. He ran out of juice.
Capricorn 1. I loved Capricorn 1 back in the. We ran out of juice.
We are just all over the place.
Okay,
we're all over the place.
Christopher Durang. So you have a Christopher Durang story. I was setting you up, and instead you went off on, I don't know.
Because I got the tautology. So when I was back in Chicago.
Was it Glenda Jackson? Was she the other therapist in the movie?
Yes.
Oh my God, Glenda Jackson.
Glenda Jackson.
Anyway, Beyond Therapy, that we're getting beyond. Go.
Not Marlon Jackson.
No,
Glenda Jackson. When I was back in Chicago back in the day in the 80s, I did a show of Christopher Durang that was called A History of the American Film.
Did you just look at the note?
I did.
I don't remember the name of a play that I was in.
It was my first show in Chicago. And I had been auditioning.
Do you remember at all what it's about?
It's a bunch of vignettes about American cinema.
Is it spoofing real
It's spoofing
movies?
Real movies.
Yeah.
So, I got to play like Sam in Casablanca. I got to play like...
Did you play Rhett?
I did not play Red.
Wouldn't that be fun?
But it's just great little script. And I had been auditioning in Chicago for about 2 years and getting absolutely nothing. And I was working at a bar Berlin in Chicago. If you know it, you know it. And the handyman at Berlin said, my girlfriend's looking for somebody to do a play. Would you be interested? They're looking for a black person. I was I'm black.
Do you like this? Wait, we have to evaluate that in a second. So the person who's in theater, the girlfriend, couldn't find a black person in Chicago. So the boyfriend, who's a handyman, goes to a bar and just goes, hey, want to be in a play? Without really checking any of your...
And then all of a sudden I met her and she went back to a company meeting
and
said, I just met a black guy. And I got cast in this show, and it actually started my career. And Mr. Durang came. This is back before we, had cameras ready.
Was he a Chicago person?
No, but he was in town, and he came to the show.
Oh, wow.
And he congratulated me, and it was like, and talked to me for a very long time about what I brought to the show. And that was the first show I did in Chicago that started I played 14 characters, and it started my career. So I just want to say, Mr. Durang, thank you from the bottom of my heart for writing that show and for all the other things that you did, including Sister Mary Ignatius explains it all to us.
So I do have to share this little itty bitty. So I was
Itty
bitty. I was in San Francisco, and there was a double billing of Sister Mary Ignatius with An Actor's Nightmare, both Christopher Durang plays, starring Cloris Leachman. And I busted many guts watching Cloris Leachman on stage. That woman with Christopher Durang material was a match made in heaven. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was
I can't even
awesome.
imagine. I would have
Yeah,
that's all that's it.
look at that.
With my Fendi sweater.
Wait, Nancy Lowry came up with something.
What's
What is this? I personally heard OJ telling his girlfriend he would kill her multiple times a day 6 months before Nicole and Ron were murdered. Paula Barbary
Broke up with OJ that morning.
We have a new piece to the puzzle.
Thank
you, Nancy. I didn't know that.
Honey, as long as those children try to frame him.
My children.
The Los Angeles Police Department.
Wait, I'm going to ask you a question.
Ask it.
This is. I want to hear your honest answer.
All right.
Do you think O.J. Simpson, in his soul and his heart, was a good person?
I didn't know OJ.
Okay, that's all the answer.
I didn't know.
We don't have to go any further. I just want
to.
In
the immortal words of Mariah Carey, I don't know her.
I don't know.
I don't know her.
We're moving on. We have ex-princess news.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
Here we go. This is
Look
yours.
at this picture.
And go.
Look what's happening.
Is it Suits coming back? No.
Well, Suits 2 is coming back.
No, it's not.
Yes, set in LA. He didn't even know. Suits 2 is coming back with an entirely different cast. I can't find my camera. Suits 2 is coming back with an entirely different cast. But this, honey, hey, Jessica. So guess what? Our Duchess, Meghan Markle, is her and her husband, that ginger boy.
Yeah. What of it?
They have struck a 2-series deal at Netflix, one of which is going to be our beautiful Meghan Markle doing a cooking show.
Well, it's kind of cooking, gardening. Isn't it kind of a
cooking,
whole...
gardening, friendships, everything.
Friendships.
And I am so excited about that because
everything.
Cooking shows are my jam. Plus, it gets us all over, Catherine. I have feelings to tell about that. If y'all saw a previous show, I have feelings about that. But the beautiful ginger boy, his show is about polo. His reality TV show is about polo.
I think that will go over well in the States.
What's going to happen?
I don't know.
I'm curious about that one.
If it was water polo, I'd watch because I like watching water polo players.
Because it's wet.
Oh, it's wet. It's so wet. So this is kind of a you thing, this next one.
What is it? Oh, play the video.
Well, you have to set up who she's talking about, I think.
Maybe Cowboy Carter. The end. Let's go.
Melissa Etheridge.
I just love Beyonce so much, but just to pay tribute to some of the great black country women I'm all about that. Country comes from black music, it comes from that blues. Rock and roll comes from black music. That's the root.
Okay, Melissa Etheridge just told y'all. Let's stop with everything else.
I think many of us are jumping on board this, don't you think?
Melissa Etheridge said it.
Melissa Etheridge
My friend, Melissa Etheridge.
Wait, Beth Grant is your friend? Melissa Etheridge is your friend? Is this going to be the Michael Shepard? I know them. I knew that Christopher Durang saw your play. I mean, what is going on?
Oh my God, and we have more coming up. That's so scary. I'm very friendly.
So when this tweet came out with Melissa Etheridge talking about Beyonce, there's a lot of responses. And this was my favorite response. I have to post a picture.
Oh,
ready?
Huh?
It's
the guy in the back.
Yeah, it says, "Why does this man look like he wants to step in with?" Well, actually, and look at him. Like he wants to correct her information. Interesting, Melissa. But as I see it,
Melissa.
well,
I'm telling you. I'm just telling you. It's like,
That
and
made me-
those of you who are watching and listening, please, if you have not sat down with that album yet and just listen to it,
Cowboy Carter. Cowboy
it's
Carter.
just delicious.
Cowboy
Because
Carter.
Yaya,
I was walking in the park today listening to it, and it's interesting when you really have her in your ear and you are able to get all the lyrics. And what I find fascinating
Nan
is
McNamara was that?
she jumps into a bunch of different musical
Genres?
genres, but she snatches a
Genres?
phrase from here, but then does something over there. She sings opera in the
And it
middle
all
of
has
Daughter.
meaning. It
I mean,
all has
no,
meaning.
It's
She's like
grounded.
researched
I'm not saying
everything.
that like it isn't with intelligence.
It's
just-
crazy.
anyway,
That
it's
but Yaya.
yeah.
Hey ladies. Hey Beyonce.
So this, I don't think you're gonna like this, but I'm gonna just set this up and we're
what
gonna
is it?
do it. Here we go.
Now I want to set up things. So
I'm
sometimes we
setting
work.
this up.
Can I do this? No, I'm gonna do
You
this.
say this all the
Sometimes
time.
we work together.
This
Sometimes
is
we work separate.
not at all.
And
interesting.
sometimes I don't know what he's about to say. So
But how does that help our show? Like you saying that every show, how does that really help us? Does it help you or does it help the people?
it makes me know that I'm not alone.
So I'm just moving forward. Bill Maher has a podcast called Club Room, and Billy D. Williams stopped by.
Carlston.
And you got to realize, I think they drink more than we do on Boozing with Gays. So there's a lot of.
Plus he smokes pot.
And
He smokes pot
and
the
there's
entire
hip-
time.
Anyway, so this is a clip from that podcast.
But when he did Othello, I fell out laughing.
I have to say, I forgot to set this up. Forgot I had to say this. He's talking about Laurence Olivier doing Othello. There we go. Did I set,
All right.
did
It's
I
talking
set
about
that
Laurence
up?
Olivier doing Othello.
There we
Okay.
But when he did Othello, I fell out laughing. He stuck his ass out and and walked around with his ass.
Problematic.
You know, it was like, you know, because black people are supposed to have big asses, right?
I understand how.
I fell out laughing.
And,
I thought it was.
Bradley Cooper thinks he's got a problem with the nose. Today, I mean, they would never let you do that.
Why?
Blackface?
Why not?
Because
You should do it.
that's your point of view.
You
but
should,
th-
if you're an
th-
actor, you should do anything you want to do.
If you're an actor, you should do anything you want to do. Yes or no, Michael Shepard?
First of all, put the Colt 45 down, bitch.
I think they were drinking something stronger than Colt 45, but
Cultural reference.
got it. Sorry, didn't mean to interfere.
Cultural reference.
Same,
Second,
different.
Billy was drunk, Jennifer Lee Warren. Billy was drunk. I understand that. But Billy's also, what was he, 80s, 83?
No, he's like near
78.
I think he's
78.
No. I think he's 90. He's
99.
like 89 or something.
104 years old.
We're saying so many numbers.
And
one of them is right.
Whoever guesses the
I
right.
think he's 89, but I couldn't remember.
No, he's not that old. I think he's 83.
Because I remember even during the interview, Bill goes, "You look good," you know. That reference.
For someone who
Needed-
is telling us these things. Now, look, I have deep respect for the man that held his hand out to Diana Ross and Lady Sings
There
the
we go.
Blues.
This is why we
and
we
Lady
act like we
Sings-
don't know because people will come
87.
up with, "Oh, you both did." Look, both of
87.
you. Thank you.
So,
Thank you,
for the man who
fans.
held his hand out and said, "You want my arm to fall off?"
Oh, see, there we go.
Because everybody threw their panties at the screen when he said that. You know, so I have mad respect for him still, but that's a bad take, Mr. Man. I just think that's a bad take. It's a bad take.
But he's also like his. I mean, so he's
Hey,
80
Nicole.
I'm putting this down there. 87 years old. He's coming at it from a different perspective for whatever reason. You're an actor. You should be able to do what you want. I kind of love that perspective. There's a lot of.
I'm
play with that
53.
There's a lot of.
Fuck y'all. I'm 53.
I'm
I'm really
finishing-
53.
Like, am I finishing a thought tonight? I don't know if I am. I'm still trying to figure this out. No, but I love the thought that you could, because we were kids, right?
Mhm.
And before we knew we were going to be actors, that you were everything. You got to play everything. You didn't like squelch it. And I'm not saying that we don't like, like for instance, I just saw they're making the movie version of Kiss of the Spider Woman, and the entire cast is Latinx.
Yes.
That's tremendously good.
Victoria
It's a step-
Hoffman didn't cast it, but she should have.
Hey, Victoria Hoffman. So, I mean, that is a good example because in the original movie, not the musical version, of course, William Hurt was there, not Latinx. And so I like that.
Not even close.
Not even trying. But well, he didn't do brown face. That's a step. I mean, because the other image I have on my little login, I mean, Othello, right? You have Laurence Olivier and you have Orson Welles.
Also, show that again.
What?
So Laurence Olivier and Orson Welles. You know, Orson Welles could get it.
I don't think he was this dark. I don't know what color.
Orson Welles could still get it.
What was that color?
It might rub off on your sheets, Alice Catherine. But Orson Welles could get it. From the moment he said, Rosebud, I was like, Orson Welles
There's
could
something
get it.
there. There's
He can get it.
something that would do this.
But I was like this, Orson Welles can get it. For those of you who are who are just joining with us, we have decided that
we have no show.
we don't know what we're doing right now.
Yes, we do. We're more.
Where's the rest of the booze? I need to refill.
Well, just say, "May I please have some?" I'll just reach.
Mother, may I please have danger? Mother, may I please sleep with danger?
Anyway, I do not think blackface is good.
Blackface is not good.
I don't have the cojones to do blackface. But you know, Robert Downey Jr. did it in what's that Tropic Thunder?
Tropic
movie.
Thunder.
And I thought that was hysterical. I don't even think you minded that, did you? Because of the the context in which it was.
No, I remember watching that at the time and just going, something don't feel right. You know how you're in your spirit, you go, but something inside hurts.
Yes, yeah.
There's something inside that hurts when that happened. And I think Billy's wrong about this. But if y'all want to see the Billy that I love, go back tonight and watch Lady Sings the Blues because it's worth it. It's worth seeing those performances. Richard Pryor, Piano Man, Billy D. Williams, only person not nominated for an Academy Award in the movie, Diana Ross. Come on now. Shit. Black.
What who's in
Claudine.
Not Claudine. Who's in
Claudine is James Earl Jones and Diane Carroll.
Right, no, but
now see
wait, what is the one? Wait, now answer me this. I'm trying to remember. There's a movie at the very end. There's a big crowd, and they have to cross the crowd to get to each other. Is that lady? That's not Lady Sings the Blues. What is that one?
All right, black folks.
I'm asking the question.
Black folks.
I'm asking the question.
What movie is this?
Why don't you?
I know what it is.
Well, let's just not.
I know what it is.
It's neither one of the ones we just talked about. It's Mahogany.
Mister. I got a question,
Mahogany.
mister.
There we go. I found it.
Look at this.
Found it.
Do you know where you're going to?
That's Billy D. Williams.
Robin Williams. See, Robin
McWilliams.
understands.
Say the McWilliams.
Robin, I said Robin McWilliams.
No, you said Williams, like
Robin McWilliams.
like Mork.
No, I said it fast because I'm black. Robin McWilliams.
No, you didn't. You said Mork. Wait, I have a question. That is Billy D. Williams in Mahogany, yes?
Yes.
Just double checking because we were talking about Lady Sings the Blues. I'm verifying. Verifying. And who played Lando Calrissian? Just kidding. Joking. Doesn't matter anymore.
Wanda Sykes.
What? Okay, this is where you go.
All right. So,
Do you want an image?
here we go. Give me an image. Y'all know who this is? This is Mother Dawn Staley. Yes, ma'am. Dawn Staley. If you were under a rock this week, then you.
Did you say her Staley, right?
Dawn Staley.
Okay, I heard
Yeah.
Stanley. Just verifying.
No. Dawn Staley. Unless you were under a rock this week and not watching the NCAA Women's Finals,
Me.
the top four, baby.
Did you watch them?
I did.
For real?
Yes.
When? Haven't you been with me all this time? I think he's lying. I might be wrong.
Apparently, you ain't been listening to my computer.
Well, I've been listening to your pudding.
He ain't lying. What did I eat this week that was so
I
bad?
don't know, a dead person. I can't tell you.
Slicing off somebody's ham hog.
Okay, get to Don Stanley. So South Carolina
Dawn
game.
Staley.
Staley. Oh, I said it wrong too.
South Carolina Gamecocks.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Gamecock. Continue.
S. Plural. Dawn Staley. I printed it out because I had to like read what Dawn Staley did because this shit was so phenomenal. Dawn Staley is the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Won the NCAA championship with a season of 38-0. And the thing that makes it so amazing is that she lost most of her senior players last year, graduated and left, or either went into the WNBA. So she started off with a whole bunch of freshmen and sophomores that she had to train up. And she did, and they had 38-0. A little bit something else about Miss Dawn Staley. 3 gold medals, and this is her 3rd national championship. And she is the highest paid coach and is the national coach of the year.
Bum, bum, bum.
And if it doesn't make it any better, she stands up for trans rights. And I was like, come on, sister girl. She might be a lesbian. We don't know. She might be. She's never said she was. I looked for it. She might be a lesbian too, but she stood up for trans rights. And here's the messed up thing.
What is the messed up thing, honey?
So here's the messed up thing. During the NCAA tournament, there was a mashup of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark being the white girl, Angel Reese being the black girl. And
we should say Caitlin Clark played for Iowa.
Played for Iowa and LSU. And Angel played for
LSU. Yes.
Now, Angel.
So we sort of switched gears just a little bit because this isn't Dawn Staley's.
We still want to make sure that
because they're both
Dawn gets her flowers.
Basketball stars this year, and we've been focusing. Like, I mean, I am not a sports person. I don't really follow the news, but even I, in like the headlines, Caitlin Clark was everywhere. Was in Washington. I saw that name everywhere. It was her last game. They were all celebrating.
There's a whole bunch of controversy that happened because there was this, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. They're going like this. They're cool. These two cool people, but because of politics in this country, white Midwestern girl talking to black girl, you knew who they was following. And so Caitlin Clark, one of the greatest of all times.
It's going to probably have
of all time.
And we'll go on to a professional career.
As well as Angel Reese, one of the greatest in this sport. And they're going to go off to lucrative careers. Hopefully the same amount of money will be paid. But y'all need to stop pitting women against each other. They cool with each other. Stop pitting women, particularly white women and black women. Stop doing that in these sports. They have said out loud that they are cool with each other. They have talked. Y'all need to stop doing that. Stop it. All right? And let's still give our flowers to Miss Dawn Staley. Thank you very much. All right, let's move forward.
Say gay news.
Gay news! The gayest news we have is that Dion Labriola is with us.
Yay!
So what were you going to say about lesbians?
Oh, no, I was looking at the images that I created for gay news, and there's not a lesbian representation, and I'm now sad in my heart. So I think I need to change my images and make them more current and be more inclusive. That's my thinking.
Robin, Madonna, you're gay and lesbian.
Send us your thoughts.
Send us something.
Are they gay? Really? I didn't know. Learning things all the time. So Don Lemon got married. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, my face. I'm sorry.
I can't wait till you talk about this. This is my favorite. So Don Lemon, is he MSNBC? Whenever he's a news contributor, he wasn't wherever he is. But he was with
CNN forever.
He's a liberal. He was going to go last week. We talked about him that Elon Musk was going to hire him, and then
2 weeks ago we weren't here last week.
And then Elon Musk. Anyway, so he got married to a gentleman named Tim Malone. There is a 20 years age difference. They've been together for 5 years. This is the image that Michael Shepard is having.
He was going to get it. Don Lemon said 20 years younger.
Michael, this is the image Michael has a hard time with.
I'm sorry.
And we have to say this. Do you mind if I say this?
Sweaty. What?
That is Boomer, Barkley, and Gus. One more image. I don't know if I have the right order, if I'm going left to right, but that's Boomer, Barkley, and Gus.
Their dogs are named Boomer, Barkley, and Gus.
So,
2 weeks ago, here's the funny thing. 2 weeks ago, I talked about how much a while ago, I talked about how much I really hate dogs in grocery stores. They brought them to their wedding. I'm sorry. I saw that picture and I just went.
I think you have a problem, my husband. Can I tell you what I think the problem is?
Hey, Mark Cedric.
Can I tell you?
What's my problem?
You discriminate against this. Are you ready? I'm about to say what it is.
Let me swallow.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
He cried.
You discriminate against gay men with little dogs. I'm pretty sure that's what this is about. That's why we're talking about this. We see gay men with, I mean, here they're getting married. They've been together for 5 years. They have this, I'm going to say the word family. They want everyone to join in the fun. There is no way we had dogs both times we got married. Did our dogs come to our wedding? No, they did not. We did not want them there. We didn't even think about it. We just made sure, hey, here's a dog treat. We're going to go do something.
And it's not make us, we have dogs. We're not anti-dog. We're not anti-cat. We're not anti-pet. But look, 3 days ago, I talked about this with Max at the grocery store. And there was someone with a baby Bjorn on with their dog in it. And I was like, I understand that we are in the pandemic fucked a bunch of us up.
No, there's some people that we know dog people.
Yeah,
so
we know dog people.
But I'm going to say this too. This has to be said. Are you ready? May I? So Tim Malone asked Don Lemon to marry him in 2019, and this is how he asked him. Daddy, will you marry Papa? Dog tags. At that point, I think they only had 2 dogs. They acquired the third. Anyway, they're a dog-centric, a small dog-centric
I'm wearing
family.
Bluey.
You're wearing Bluey.
I'm wearing Bluey.
Yes,
we don't know if Bluey's a dog. It's an Australian dog, perhaps. But I love Bluey. Bluey has lots of really good messages.
But you have some issues. I do have issues
because
doesn't like
if I am in my produce section, and there's a dog, and there has been several times in our local Albertsons and Bonds
that doesn't bother
where there's dogs sniffing my produce. I don't need you on my. It's like, okay. So
do you know why that doesn't bother me?
It's a thing.
Do you know why it doesn't bother me?
Because it's like when I watch videos of people cooking with cats on the counter, I can't do it.
Do you know why it doesn't bother me?
Why doesn't it bother you?
Because I lived in Paris. They bring their dogs.
Hold both your hands up right now when you say
I lived in Paris, and the thing is, they would bring their dogs. They'd be like on top of the table in the restaurant, like they're just sitting there, and they'd be right there with the dogs. So, and also in Paris, as you know, and it might be different now.
Because I know
you do. You've been there, but dogs shit everywhere, and they don't pick it up. They just
Tom Kelly.
We do not pick up a dog.
We're talking about picking up dog shit.
Don't pick up a dog shit. Merde. Anyway, so
anyway, they got married. They brought the dogs. Beautiful.
And you had an issue.
I will just say this. Congratulations, because y'all been together for a very long time. I think it's 8 years. Wait, 5 years. 5 years. Wait, Jennifer Lee Warren said something. Because Jennifer Lee Warren said something. I know, shocking. They've been together 8 years. Y'all been together 8 years. Well, then
that you go against my news source, whichever. I don't know which news source it was in this.
All I know is that for those of you who don't know, we met on October 4th.
Oh, you got the date right.
I know, right?
You really tried.
We met on October 4th.
What year?
1997.
That is correct. And I had a dog.
He had a dog.
Big dog.
And I moved in.
Didn't have a little dog.
I moved into his house October 7th of the same year.
Truth.
It'll be 27 years this October.
Yeah.
So
and we still tolerate each other. It's nice.
Toleration. And it's what Mary Jane Blige says. We have a lot of toleration.
Oh, that just hit badly, didn't it?
Dad joke.
Dad joke.
My youngest Maxwell said today,
We need to move
how many
forward.
dad jokes do you have? And I said, I don't know. A lot. Bluey! All right, go. What's next? Don!
Did you just do this to the show? Did I literally feel... We have more gay news. You're going to talk
Gay news!
You're going to talk about a picture. Would you stop being so weird? Here we go.
Oh, look. It's me and Orville Peck. Do y'all know who Orville Peck is? Put in the comments if you know who Orville Peck is.
No, this is our job. Tell
We'll get rid
them.
of that.
Oh, sure.
Orville Peck is a country western singer who's very queer and very sexy and actually really good.
And he likes to wear a mask.
And he wears a mask during this whole thing. I got to meet him at the GLAAD Awards this year, and he was a lovely, charming man. He sang in my ear, and I threw my panties at him.
He sang in your ear?
He sang in my ear.
I feel so jealous.
It was really nice.
You didn't tell me about this.
I don't tell you everything. He sang in my ear. But Orville Peck is making queer news because who is he working with right now?
With Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson, who just also worked with Beyonce.
So,
do it.
Well, I'm going to do this. So this is a song called "Cowboys Are Frequently Secretly Fond of Each Other," and it came out a long time ago. But then Willie Nelson did it again, like as a solo, right as "Brokeback Mountain" came out. Because hey, this is a gay cowboy country western song. I'll sing it to the gay cowboy movie. And then he's teamed up, and so this just came out. This is a clip of their video. And I've removed their music because we don't want to get dinged, but I've included the lyrics. So just enjoy the
Marco Martinez, it's gay.
It's
Be
very
careful.
gay. Enjoy. It was a minute long. Michael just said, it's a long clip. I just love the imagery of this. I just wanted to share a lot of it. But watch the video with their actual music. It really, I do this thing where the same thing happened when Brokeback Mountain came out, and there was like a clip of the movie before we went to go see it. And I see gay representation. I'm like, oh my God, it's in mainstream. It hits me in a way that I can't believe that it's here. And when I saw this video, which is why I probably created such a long clip, I just wanted to show all of the representation because there was so much lovely representation in it, and it was flirty and it was sexy. But and I mean, this lyric: you can't fuck with a lady that's sleeping in every cowboy's head. You can't fuck with a lady that's sleeping in every cowboy's head. I just think that's a genius lyric.
Do you think that like you're drawn to it because, well, first of all, I'm 48 and you're 73.
True.
And that you're so old that it just like makes like all the things you fought for more important.
Once again, everything is doing this with him, isn't it? Like I'm building
it's the red wine.
I'm building it up.
It's red wine.
I'm like moving it
it's
forward.
It's red wine.
And you're doing it, and we're going to tank it right now. No, but what was your thought when you saw the video?
When I saw, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Because we've been sleeping on fucking Willie Nelson for a minute. And we didn't realize now that he's like with Bey and with Beyonce, Queen Bee, and now he's with Orville Peck. I'm like, oh, you've always been there for us. And we applaud you, my friend. We applaud you.
What the article that
you and Dolly Parton are letting the children.
That's exactly
letting the children know.
Exactly what it was.
That it's okay.
The article was like, both of them are like saying, hey, let's incorporate more people into our group. Let's not keep these very stringent rules as to what country music is, which is great. Anyway,
All right. So yay! Now let's talk about something horrible.
Yay, let's do it. We have another clip for you. So this
Stay with us.
was a commercial that came out. Lauren Boebert.
Hey, Mom, you want to go shoot some hoops? Sorry, Roman, I can't right now. I'm deciding what to say in my new campaign commercial. That's easy, Mom. Why don't you just tell them about how you carry your gun and always fight for freedom? Well,
Stop there. I don't need to see the whole commercial. The kid saying, Mom, why don't you just tell them that you carry a gun and you fight for freedom? Like, that's wonderful.
Okay.
That's okay. We don't even need using the one child you have that's not in jail or doesn't have a rap sheet. The young one who I don't know what his future holds. I don't want to project. But the one kid that might have...
He's the gay one.
And he might be the gay one.
He's the gay one.
He'll be the
And
one.
that's going to fuck her up.
He's probably right now going, Orville Peck.
He's sitting there looking over Peck. He over there. He's like, twist time, like, hey, to try to get those. Yo.
I mean, you don't do that. The whole thing, her whole image is just so disgusting. Well, do they know you carry a gun, Mom? Her next line was this, actually. I think they all know that. You're like, God, it's surreal. It's the country we're living in. I don't quite get it.
All right. Speaking of the country we live in, hold on, let me say that again. Speaking of the country we live in, here we go. That's when you're supposed to hit the thing.
Why we didn't set it up, did we?
I said the country we're living in.
Okay, here we go.
I'm here at Mar-a-Lago supporting Carrie Lake, and it was a fantastic evening, and our Trump is here being the DJ, and I've just danced, and everyone's amazed. So I'm just going to say to you, please drop out of college because it's going to ruin your lives. Do me a favor, drop out. They don't teach you nothing good. Email me or Twitter me or whatever you call me, and I'll help you with your life, but you got to get out of college because it isn't nothing but devil-worshipping, baby blood-drinking Democrat donors. Love ya.
I have to go back to the line. I just danced and everyone's amazed. Before she got to the QAnon shit, I just danced and everyone's amazed. What amazed that you can stand? Amazed that you're...
I just danced and everyone's amazed. Hi, Linda Sterling. Linda Sterling, I love you so much.
Don't go to college because they drink blood there, baby blood drinking, liberals. I was wonderful.
And you can Twitter at me and thing, and I will be Lauren Boebert going down on the theater.
So people were trying to figure out who she most reminded them of.
Shh, wait one second.
What's a shush?
TV's Jonelle Allen just entered the room. Dr. Quinn, medicine woman. Jonelle Allen is here. I'm fanboying because Jonelle Allen has never been here, I don't think. Have you been here before? Let us know. Oh my God.
She's probably freaked out that you're announcing this. This is what I'm thinking. She's probably like, why am I? So wait.
We announce everyone, girl.
Well, we do. We say if someone
we let everybody know.
You come in. So people are trying to compare who did Roseanne reminded them of. So I have 3 examples. Ready?
Oh, this is new.
Is it Little Edie? Is that it?
Yesterday, I went down to the grocery store and I decided that I wanted to have some cat litter for all the babies over here. And I said, how much is it? And they said $4.39. And I said, well, that's a very staunch price. Staunch. S-T-A-U-N-C-H. Staunch.
We've watched Grey Gardens way too much. Okay. Or is is it Little Edie? Is that the best representation? Or is it Norma Desmond as played by Carol Burnett? I have one more. Are you ready? This is my favorite. This is my favorite. You ready?
Yes.
Or is it this?
Madam!
She looks like Madam. She looks
oh
like
my
crazy
God.
Madam. So.
I will never forget you. I was talking about.
That's Bette Midler.
Oh, that is Bette Midler. Sorry.
It's not Madam. I don't know.
I
don't know how to do
Oh
Madam.
my God, Madam.
I'm not going to pretend to do Madam.
Madam was the best. Madam
and Waylon
Jim.
Flowers.
Waylon Flowers and Madam.
And Jim?
I was going to say Jim Henson because of the puppets.
No.
But Waylon Flowers and Madam was the absolute best. And
I mean, do you realize that they had their own show? They got so popular that they had a dance sketch show. Do you remember that?
Waylon, oh no, I remember so much about them.
Yeah.
And the best thing is that if you go on YouTube, there is a battle between Madam and not Joanne Worley,
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller. There's
that was actually Joanne Worley doing Phyllis Diller, what you just did. Continue.
Yes.
No, you're doing the Carol Burnett pose.
Oh, it's the Carol. So my husband received when they were, what grade were you in?
Oh, I was in 4th grade.
He was in 4th grade, and he asked Carol Burnett.
No. You're missing the whole.
I'm missing the whole thing.
Do I say the story?
So tell the story, bitch.
So I go up to the mailbox, open it up, and there's this big package to me. This is back as a little boy. I was Rick Foster.
Ricky Foster.
Oh no, I was just Rick Foster. So there was a big package like that big, and like an envelope. I open it up, and it's an 8x10 of Carol Burnett in a frame, and it's written to Rick, love Carol, XOXO. With the hands,
we still have the picture. We have to find it and put it.
That'd be good. And I think I stood. So are we?
Janet Miller.
Our driveway was up from and I stood at the top of our driveway. But I think I had a spasm. I don't know what happened to my life. I was just like, what's happening? Why? Because I love the Carol Burnett show, and I think the world in my world, my small world, knew I loved the Carol Burnett show. And so to get then this 8x10 glossy, I went, how did this happen? So I don't remember exactly how I felt. I must have told my mom, and my mom said that my cousin Jenna, who was living in Brentwood, was going to school with Carol Burnett's daughter, Carrie Hamilton. So they were in the same class. And so when they graduated from middle school, this is the story Michael wants me to tell. When Jenna was graduating from middle school, my mom said, "Do you want to go down for the graduation?" Like I wouldn't want to. And I'm like, "Yes." Like, how will Carol Burnett be there? Like I had nothing. Who cares if Jenna's graduating? Will Carol Burnett be there? So I go to this graduation, and Carrie Hamilton, I remember this so vividly, was honored with all these like awards. Like, here's the sportsman, and here's the academic, and all these very smart, talented woman, young lady actually at that point. And my cousin didn't get any awards. Sorry, Jenna, but didn't get any awards that I recall. But there was this after party, and I was able to meet Carol Burnett. And I went up to Carol Burnett and I said, "Since you sent me a picture of you, I'm giving you a picture of me." And I did a little picture, handed it directly to Carol Burnett.
Here's my headshot, Carol Burnett.
And I think she went and trashed. Like, I can't imagine that went far.
So,
then the weirdest part, well, I did one more thing. So then that was kind of right after the graduation. Then there was an after party at someone's pool house. And I spent the afternoon with Carrie Hamilton, who was a delightful woman. Anyway, that's my Carrie Hamilton story and Carol Burnett story. There we go.
Thank you for the headshot, Carol Burnett.
And
here's my resume.
And my cousin Jenna said to me, she would say, "Well, I go over to their house and we do this thing called aerobics." Like, this is before we had heard. This is like at the very beginning of the whole aerobics fad. There we go. That's
Vicky Quaddy. I have to tell you, bourbon and red wine is good, but you have to have a little, little sweetness to it.
One more time.
It's good. It's so good.
Oh my God, you are obnoxious. We have to talk about serious. What time is it? We just end the stupid show.
No, we don't. No, shut up.
We're not going to do serious things.
All right, so what are we looking at?
We'll do this one. It's easy. This is fast. Okay, so, sort of sad subject matter, but
yes.
Arizona, the new law of the
from
abortion,
1864.
The abortion ban that is dated from 1864. They took a law that was part of their, I don't know, whatever, before they were even a state. They weren't even a state. Women weren't even allowed to vote when this law was enacted.
Yes.
And they go back to that law and go,
neither were black people.
You know what? I'm wondering if we should go back to that law. And one thing that has happened in Arizona, and I don't have all the information in front of me at the moment, but they've been stacking the courts, basically. They've even expanded like the number of judicials that are on the court. They've been stacking the courts exceptionally, not just Republican, it's exceptionally Republican, leaning very right Republican. And so they had
Joseph Crawford.
There was going to be no help but for this thing to happen the way that it did. And so they all claim, oh, we had to do it this way. It's what the laws, they're all kind of trying to do this. But anyway.
All right. So Barbara Haas, we love you.
So this is where
truly deeply.
Oh, Barbara Haas is here.
Yeah.
Hey, Babs. So this is Carrie Lake, who we love to poke fun at, put out a quote that was like this. I oppose today's ruling, and I am calling on Katie Hobbs, the governor, and the state legislature to come up with an immediate common sense solution that Arizonans can support.
And yet,
Chris Hayes will take it from here.
And that statement, which was fine, as these statements go, would be slightly more credible if Carrie Lake hadn't explicitly endorsed the very same 1864 law on stage into a microphone on camera just 2 years ago.
Obviously, I think Roe v. Wade should be overturned. And I think the Supreme Court, I have a good feeling that they're going to do the right thing this time. We have a great law on the books right now. If that happens, we will be a state where we will not be taking the lives of our unborn anymore.
So the great law in the state that she was just talking about just passed. And now she's saying, ooh, Governor Hobbs, we need to do something. Hypocrisy much? I feel like there's something. What are you saying? There's something.
I'm giving you my, I can't really open that eye. Okay, look, let's talk about this for just a hot second.
Oh, you are. You're getting
just for a hot second.
Yeah.
Because 1864, women had no rights at all. Black folks had no rights at all. If we can go back to a law from 1864 and have a state Supreme Court vote and say, oh, no, that's legitimate.
We have to do that. That's what the law says.
On November 7th, after this whole debacle has been voted on and we don't get enough votes to have the 270 to cross the threshold, and the Senate has to vote. The Republican Senate has to vote on who should be president, and Donald Trump is made president. 1864 laws, y'all might want to get ready for 1812 laws.
Or we would just work harder.
You Negroes out there who are saying shit like, well, I ain't going to vote for him. He ain't done nothing for me. Wait, bitch.
Well, I got to say something,
Wait.
Michael.
Say something.
Yes.
Say something.
I don't think we want to poke fun at the people that are thinking about voting for Trump, especially.
No, I can poke fun at them because I'm like, y'all are not looking at the big picture.
No, my point is, if we want people to consider not voting for Trump, voting for Biden more specifically, then we need to not go after. They have to open up their eyes as to what that reality might mean.
Then this is what I want.
Yeah.
I want those people who say, I'm not going to vote for either one of them. I'm not going to vote for Biden. I'm not going to, Show me your plan, bitch. What's your plan?
Well, you know what
What's your fucking plan?
I just saw a report on this, and there was a bunch of black men around a table, and they were saying sometimes it's better to go with what is it, the evil you know rather than the one you don't know. That phrase, and it's like, but the evil you rather go with the evil, meaning you rather go with Trump.
The devil you know.
The devil you know. You rather go with the devil you know. That makes no sense.
What show is that from?
Charles in Charge.
The devil you know beats the devil you don't.
Why don't you just share with our folks who would it is?
No, I needed to guess.
Well, no, but we're at the late hour. People don't
Sideshow.
Thank you, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. I didn't know Sideshow. We could be the twins. We could be joined at the arm, and
I will never leave you.
I'm Rose.
I will never go away.
You're Violet. Were they Rose and Violet? Was that their Daisy? Daisy and Violet. Something like that, right? We're twins. The same.
Are we?
That's genius.
No, it's not.
Do Sideshow, not with us, with wonderful singers. Well, you're a good singer. I'm not a good singer. But do Sideshow with wonderful singers, but have them be different races. I love it. Let's do it now. Produce it now.
He doesn't know the show Sideshow. At all.
What do you mean?
You know, that's part of the show already.
No, there are two different. Well, when I saw it, it was two white women. Well, not I saw it.
And one falls in love with a black man.
Yeah, but let's just mess it up.
And she falls in love with what?
Some other race. Let's continue the show. Let's just end the show. We're almost done. We're towards the end. So wait, we have one viewer, by the way. We literally have gone down.
My God. Oh shit. Let's do our last pictures. Let me go.
Here, one viewer. I know who's our one viewer. I don't know. People are like tired of us being drunk. So
this
is actually kind of cool.
How did we lose like 30 people?
Okay, are we going to talk about it or move forward?
I think we should just go. We have one person here.
Well, so one person might want to see what we have. So this is the Natural World and Wildlife Sony World Photography Awards. I'm going to show 5 individual pictures that I thought were crazy cool. Look at the pictures.
Hold on, I'm typing on it.
So this is a zebra amongst wildebeest, which is a crazy picture.
Ooh, because he's there to get killed.
I just think that picture is genius. A bunch of bats. This you'll like, Michael. I'm going to read the description. It's a tunicate jellyfish, right? 4 centimeters big with a young yellow boxfish inside, along with worm, shrimp, and lobster and crab larval forms. It's crazy. The otters.
Oh, otters.
And a great blue heron.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I think we're ending our show, my love.
We love y'all. Thank you. See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I think 2 weeks.
Whenever we do it again. Bye, everyone.